How's it going? Used your Prime subscription but got me when it generates. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Did you didn't mean to use it on me? and it used it on somebody else and it gave you me. I'm pretty new to Twitch, so I'm not sure what the issue would be. We're gonna begin with Blankos. They're about to do a drop at 3. In case nobody's in this, it's a free game to play. Ending at 3 p.m. 12 minutes. 12 minutes. I think it's every month that they give you that. Oh, nice. I see what you're saying. I appreciate it. Yeah, whenever it regenerates, that'd be cool. I really appreciate it. I'm waiting for the drop for this. After the drop happens, if I can grab one of these Blankos, then we can go over the network and when the land sale is supposed to be. Yeah, like a month ago, I was hyped about network. I was on here like every day showing people, talking about it, and so I'm glad somebody else in my Discord now like knows what I'm talking about. Network is, in my opinion, network is literally the future of gaming. But it's like the far future of gaming almost. You know, it's almost so far in the future that it's ungraspable. But at the same time, you know, our technology and how we even play games is evolving so fast that I could see it being big in the next like 10 years. Somionim? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Let me look it up. Somnium. Economy. Oh, so this one's on the virtual reality as well. Security, ownership, authenticity, tradable, built with proven security standards. Cross-platform VR client. That's really cool. Blockchain. Monetize your space. So can you essentially do the same thing on here as you can network? It looks like you can do quite a bit on here. The only thing I would see network might be different is you can build games on your land and network. If you're able to build like game clients. I mean, it looks like you probably will be able to build your own game. They did a live concert. Where's their Twitter? Let's check it out. Yeah, when all this drops is when the land is going to sell for cheap. And you know, like 5 years from now, to get a piece of land in one of these is going to be unrealistic, the amount of money it's going to cost. Wait, what is this? We got 6 minutes till the drop. Yeah, they look pretty cool. I mean, they look essentially like Network. I honestly like Network better, the look of it, but I mean, that's not neither here or there, you know. This one just looks too cartoony. Well, not really too cartoony. It's like, I don't know. I wish that there was. Oh, is this a video of it? That's what I wanted. Is it my computer or is it? Ah, it is my computer. It's loading. Oh, it's his computer. So it's almost like Decentraland as well, you know? But the difference is this is all virtual reality. The videos definitely make it look better than the pictures. This is gonna be tight though. There's one, I can't remember the name of it. I'm gonna have to look it up. My buddy has I think my buddy has a piece of property in it. There's one that is trying to be the Grand Theft Auto, like a Grand Theft Auto game in a virtual reality setup on the blockchain. That's the future of gaming right there. But that's still a long ways out. That's not happening anytime soon. So they build a bowling alley. It's pretty cool. It's essentially the same thing. I just like the way Network shows theirs, you know? The way they display theirs is, they make it look so cool, you know? Especially when they show you how you can like build your own game, and it kind of looks like a Halo game. You can use it as if you were a company showing off, you know, display models, or maybe a prototype for something, or maybe you want to have a conference and you want it to be a nice area, but everybody's, you know, in different areas of the world, all the people that are supposed to be in the conference. So there's a lot of different things, you know, this will eventually be utilized for in day-to-day lives. And so right now it's kind of hard because of this right here, this big ass bulky headgear that you have to wear. This headgear is what makes it so hard. Where's the drop? Yeah, let's look for the drop of the land drop. Let's just Google it. Oh yeah, the drop. It's 259. This is my first one. I'm pretty sure it's just gonna switch over. Good looking. I was totally spaced. I was like, I was ready to start digging in deep. Hey Crystal, thanks for being here. How you doing today? We got 1 minute. They said it was only gonna be like a $30 Blankos, so I should have plenty of coins. This drop right here, it was $300 essentially to get this much, a little less. But let's say you spent the $300, you would have some extra coins left over, and now it's reselling for $1,000 is the cheapest. We're gonna try to exit, see if we gotta restart it. What are you doing to me? There we go. Waiting for eggs to morph. Dragonary? I'm waiting for my Dragonary eggs too. I got some more rare dragons. Finally. But Ember... Oh, Axie? Oh, you said morph. I should have known Axie. Are you back to breeding? I see SLP's going up a little bit. That's exciting. I know my scholars will like it. Sold out already? I don't know why my thing's taking so long to load. This is my first drop. How's it work? Because I closed out to reset it because at 3 it didn't show up in the store for me. Does it just automatically switch over? Did I just not wait long enough? Or am I doing it right by closing out the game and resetting the game? Dang, my Blankos has been running so slow for me today as well. I don't know if anybody, if you're having that problem or not. Where's the refresh button? Because I backed out and I went back into the shop. Does that automatically refresh it? You do it on both your laptop and your phone? Damn. Oh, you're not even in the game at all, huh? Damn. All right. You're on just the Mystic or Mythic website. That makes sense. That probably would have went a whole lot faster, huh? Well, now I know for next time. Damn, those sell out quick. Oh my god. That was like seconds. Did you get one? Were you able to snag one? No? Hey, that's disappointing. Neither one of us got one, huh? I can't believe it sold out that fast. So, is this where you're at? The Mythical Marketplace? So, I mean, you could literally buy it for just over double the price. We're looking at the Blankos, this burger stand. You just bought number 19 off the market? Dang. Come on. These things are selling so fast on the market. Holy crap! Like, dang, they're selling so fast. I literally just watched like 7 of them sell right from under me. That was crazy. This is for Blankos, Crystal. I moved it over because I was gonna buy one, but they're selling so quick. I gotta be better prepared next time. Where do you go on the website here for the drop? Will it be on the home page? I don't. Excuse me. I don't suppose it'd be on the dashboard here. Just the marketplace? Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Alright, that's right. It's like mythical. It's the shop. That's right. See, I'm new to this still. If you can't tell. The shop. There it is. I'm crazy. I should have known this. Alright, now I know for next time. I just got extra coins for next time, so it'll be alright. Boom. Alright. Boom. Alright, we learned a lot right now. Now, next time, I'm going to be hella prepared. I'm going to be on my phone. I'm going to have my credit card saved. I'll be on my desktop. I'll be prepared next time. Dang, I'm sorry to hear your twins are sick. Well, I got someone showing up here soon, so I'm gonna have to take a break. It'll only be like a 5-minute break. Then when I get back, I definitely will be grinding Blankos. If you guys didn't know, you can play Blankos for free. I just want to say that. And right now, the season that they have, if you play enough, you can earn this Blanko, which is an NFT, and you can earn it for free. Not only this one, but there's like 7 other NFTs you can earn for free right now just by playing the season. Just by playing the game right here. So, in case you guys didn't know, where we at? We got, I think this is an NFT. We got, this is an NFT. We got this as an NFT. That's 3. This is 4. Sneaks. This is 5. And this is 6. And last but not least, number 7. And so these all can be resold on the market. These are all free. So I'm not sure. Shonu, is this for you? I don't know if you can play this on Android or not. I don't think so. I want to say it's just on a computer, which is unfortunate for you, Crystal. But it might be Android. Honestly, I never look into that feature because I don't have an Android. Let's do a quick vibe collector. I've been getting rocked today. Today, for some reason, I've been laggy. It's a pretty cool game though. I really actually enjoy it quite a bit. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I screwed that up. Now I'm gonna lose. Falling off that one time is like game over. Oh no, I can't see. There it is. I might get third. That'd be cool. Oh, I missed it. Let's just go back here. I got third. That's alright. This is Blankos. Blankos Block Party. Join now for free. And you can play the season that's going on right now and earn up to 7 free NFTs. Get in now. You can get in for free forever. But the 7 NFTs you can only earn for the next 40 days. And they have a new season every like 40 days. Like 40 days or so, 45 days maybe. You guys, if you aren't already a part of my... Did you saw Mirror 4? No, I didn't. No, I don't. Or have not. I can't speak. If you haven't already, here's my Discord. If everybody, feel free to join that. That would be fantastic. I got a lot of great crypto knowledge in there, and we talk about crypto gaming, NFT flipping, mining, just future calls. We'll be getting into a lot. Let me check it out in a second. Also, if you guys could jump to my Twitter account, that'd be fantastic. Mer4 Global. Ooh. Have you played this? Is this good? It looks pretty good. Oh, shoot. Hold on, let me... Ah, I screwed up. Come on, let me get the boost. Oh, this is 3 laps? This is the first time I've done with 3 laps. Woo, get some. Woo! That was close. Almost flew off the edge right there. Oh, man. Let's get some. What place? 4th? Oh, man, I need to catch up. Ah! Ah! Almost didn't make that. Nice. I got 3rd. It launches tomorrow. On Steam. It looks pretty good. Just by looking at the front home page. Kind of like your Final Fantasy style game. MMO. I like it. Draco would be the coin. Draco, the world's first coin of commercially successful online games. I like that. Well, thanks for that drop, Arison. Or Erie. Erie Sun? I don't know how you say it properly. Erie or Erie? Probably Erie. Hey, Blade. I appreciate the follow on Twitter and Twitch. Or Twitch. This is a new map. This is called Blankos Block Party. It's on Android? No way. That's awesome. Go get your free NFTs, Crystal. I'm not gonna lie, it takes some playing though. You're gonna have to play it quite a bit. Got him. Not before I couldn't save my buddy though. Got him. Get some. Oh my gosh, horrible shooting, horrible shooting. Woo! I'm out of ammo. Oh my gosh. Get out of there. Oh no. Woo! Oh! I almost survived. You don't win token. Oh, you talking about Blankos or are we talking about Mer 4? Mer 4 you win tokens. This you do not. Oh, wow. You got me good with that sniper. Oh no, I wanted a gun. I didn't even grab a gun. No. With ammo. More ammo. Oh. No, Blankos you win you get NFTs for playing. So this season there's like 7 NFTs that you can get for playing, and they're all any NFT can be sold, and so they all can be resold on the market. And then they do like today they did a NFT drop, and I actually missed it unfortunately, but it so it sold for $30, and it literally the NFT literally was reselling for $100 instantly. And so you can make money on the drops. You can make money on playing it. Like I said, you play it, you earn the NFTs, and then you can sell them for money. You sell it for real money. Actually, I believe they pay you. I believe they pay you real money. There is a Blankos coin, but let's look real quick. See, because you buy everything with actual money, so I believe you get paid real money. USD. I shouldn't say real money, like crypto's not real money, but you know what I mean. Fiat. I gotta say, I don't like this map. It is huge for like the amount of players. It's not fun. So literally by playing it, you see the party pass here. You go to your challenges. You complete these challenges. Some of them easier than others. You go back here to rewards, and these are the rewards you get. Okay, so if you look through here, this is your first NFT reward, neon prong bracelet. This is your second NFT reward, is this electric green cross fanny pack. Moolah is the currency in the game. There's Blankos currency up here in the top right, and then there's Moolah currency. And you use that to buy different stuff. And so there's, there's the glasses, there's shoes, then all the way through you get your wings, and then an actual Blanco. These are all NFTs that can be sold in the shop or in the marketplace. In the shop, you can use the Moolah. This thing sold out so quick, it's unbelievable. But you see, some things are worth the Moolah, some things are worth the Blanco bucks. And you just buy it. You also gotta use the Moolah to upgrade your Blanco from the quality to the next quality level. So it's pretty cool. I personally like the game quite a bit. It's a fun little game. What happened with PVU? I know it was up over like $22 yesterday or the other day. Is it up even further? I need Vibe Collector and then 10 races. Return on investment in 3 to 6 days? What? If that's why is that why it's up to $24? Oh my god. 5 to enter, but you get your money back. Yeah, how? I haven't seen any videos for this, but let me tell you, if I make freaking 10 grand and I can make my money back, it's gonna be more than 10 grand, right? At $20 a token, no, we're looking at probably about what, 7 to 10 grand to get all 5 of them, or no? No, it would be 10 grand at least to get all 5 of them, huh? More like 10 to 13. But if they're getting their money back in 3 to 6 days, I gotta look up a YouTube video on this. Let me do this race, and we'll look at. Somebody's gotta have a YouTube video on it. Gotta be careful up here, you don't fall off. Oh, I got third at least. Alright, we're gonna look into this. Right here. 6-day plan, right here.
Hello mga tol, at tayo nagbabalik para sa usapang plant versus undead na naman mga tol. Ngayon ang pag-uusapan natin is
Well, that's unfortunate. Is there any English videos?
As a new age digital farmer, I woke up before the sunrise and then wash my face, pour myself a cup of water, and wait for my batch to start. Today is 8:05 a.m. for batch 1, followed by 9:05 a.m. for batch 2.
As dope as that would be for you to translate for me,
batch 1, I kind of wait.
I think it would be much faster and easier if I could find an English one.
Waiting for the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nani? What? No! 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 God, please! No! No! What? Hi guys, welcome back to another video from Casual Gamers Online. Ashley here, and today is harvesting time. It's already 3 days. I can't wait. I have 1 hour away, but sadly to say, the same deja vu happens because the crow went on mine that sapling plants on the previous video. The same plant got a 2 crow now, so it actually...
This doesn't explain anything. This is telling us about his first harvest. How to harvest farm.
What's up? Plants and Undead Blockchain Gaming. It's been 3 days nga since release yung Farm 2.0.
Alright. Does anybody... Let's do English. Two weeks ago. We want one that's like that's like 2 days ago, right? Then they just had an update is what it looks like. All of them look to be in Tagalog. I think that's how you say it, Tagalog. Is this it? Is this the English version? Let's get it.
In today's video guys, I'm going to show to you this game and how you can make money and get your return of investment back in the next 3 days.
Why is everything
To my
loading?
channel.
So
It is Crypto
slow.
Addict here back again with another awesome updates. So let's just jump right into it. Okay, so for you to be able to farm and be able to make money inside Plant versus Undead, just click this button right here, and you will be redirected into the dashboard. And then what you're just going to do here is just go to farm. Okay, so if you haven't able to buy some PVU, I recommend that you buy it right now, because the minimum amount that you need to be able to start in PVU is 5 PVU. So 5 PVU is more likely $100, and I think that's pretty much worth it if you're going to get your money back in the next 3 days. Okay, so what you actually will do here is that when you are able to buy, okay, you buy first LE. So you go into this part, you convert your PVU tokens into LE. Okay, so after you've bought an LE, what you're just going to do is go directly into the shop section and buy a sunflower. So take in note that a sapling has a what do you call that? You need 100 LE for that. For mama, you need 200 LE, and you need one pot for each sunflower, whether it is sapling or mama. And I will be doing some live computations here. Okay, so let's say you will get a mama, which is 200 LE. Then you will also get maybe 5 saplings, which is around 500 LE. And you're going to buy a pot, which of course is going to cost you around 300 LE. And you will also buy some water, which in cost for around, let's say, 100 LE. Okay, so hoping that my calculations is correct. So into this full build in Plant versus Undead, you actually need more than 1,100 LE, which equivalent to you divide this by 7. Yeah, you divide it by 70, because that is the amount of PVU that you need. So let's just convert it. So let's just reconfirm. So you need 1 PVU is equivalent to 70 LE. Okay, so you divide this. Okay, so 1,100 divided by 70, you need at least 15.71 PVU for you to start. And if you're going to convert it here at the trade section, you will be able to check it here. So let's see, let's say 15.80. Let's say 15.80. Okay. Wait, it's lagging for me. 15.80. So you need at least more than $330 for you to start. And if you do not have this kind of budget, you can just stick with 1 sapling or even 1 mama, and then just buy a pot over here. So for the budget meal, okay, okay. So let's say you're going to buy maybe 1 mama. So 1 mama is 200 LE, and if let's say you need at least a water, so that's 100 LE. So you need at least 300 LE. And also you need what do you call that, a pot. So that's more like 400 LE into this setup. So 400 LE is I think it was 5 point something. So 300 divided by that, the minimum amount that you need to put inside PVU is 5.
Let's skip ahead just a little bit.
So probably what you could do, you also need 50 divided by 70. That's 9.20. And you're also going to this part. This one is a pot, small pot, to learn from it. So sunflower LE. So 300, 350. So this one is 350 already. So this is a 350 LE, which is $195 setup. So this one is the LE in the next 72 hours. So let's go back here. So you will get up to 250 LE in the next 72 hours. So 250 LE plus what do you call that? Plus the pot. So you're actually going to get
At least he
ROI
broke down for all
in
of
the
us,
next
you know.
few days,
I do
because
like that.
250 LE minus
You guys keep watching
100
this. I'll be back in a
LE that
moment.
you've
I got
spent
somebody who
here
just showed up here.
minus the pot, which
So when the video ends,
what do you call that?
I will be back.
Will result to 100.
I apologize.
So after you've got this 250 LE, you can get your ROI back already, and you can already reinvest these profits and also make money from you. So in just 3 days, you're going to get your ROI, and you will even get more than that after the next 3 days and the next 3 days, and also into this part right here, you are going to spend 850. You also get 850 LE, and you're just going to spend more than 250 LE here. So that's like 600. So that's more likely 2x or 2.5x of your money in the next 6 days. So that's how easy it is. Okay. So explaining the ROI, you're going to get your ROI here in the next three days. Okay, that's the minimum part. Assuming that the PVO price is like stable, so that's how you do it. So let's assume that you've bought your sapling, your mama, and your box. What you just need to do here, you just click this plus sign over here and click the select. So once you've clicked the select, you will go into the sunflower, and you will put this one and click the select. So make sure that this part over here, this part. So let me just zoom in. This part is sunflower mama. This one is sunflower sapling. So basically, after you've put everything, what you just need to do is just put a pot, and after you've put a pot, that's how easy it is. You just need to what do you call that? What is the right word for that? You're just going to use a water here inside. So you just need to water your plants every day, and do not forget to what do you call that? To water your plants every day, because if you do not water your plants, you will get a reduction of LE tokens, and also the time might be stopped. Okay, so that's how easy it is. And after that, you can also get your daily quest right now. So easy. So what you just need to do is just scroll forward here, just type in any coordinates that you want, and then just click the apply section over here. So I'm just going to do this one. I'm just going to use this. Okay, check the box below, then slide the piece puzzle, and then after that, I'm just going to repeat it 15 times, and also I'm going to get 50 LE. So let me just show it to you real quick. Okay, so this is the farm 2.0. So special shout out to Andeng for helping me, and also to the whole PVU coord server. So they are really good guys. They are very helpful. They are helping people for free. So make sure to join into the PVU coord server, and also give some tips if you would like. So if you like to give them a token of appreciation, because you are actually making money for free because they are guiding you, you can always go here and tip them. So I'm also going to put this one into the description box below, so that you will be able to join this one. Okay, so let me just go back here real quick. So I'm just going to finish my daily quest like what you are seeing into my dashboard. So just click the verification. So actually you are going to get, you have a chance to get a seedling if you're watering like zero stuff. So if you're trying to water plants that has a lower than zero, then you can get a seedling. So you have a chance to get that. So let me just do it every single time. So congrats, you received nothing. So actually I'm satisfied on getting 3-day ROI on my money, and just sharing to you guys, I actually spent more than $600 for this, and I didn't even regret this one, guys, because the ROI is very fast. The developers, the team, the game is absolutely good, and I'm just all in here because the money is good, the gameplay is good, and also it is pretty much solid as well. So we just have like the last five um, wa- we we just need four uh, plants to water. So that's last three. So you're just going to repeat this one, guys. So last two. So last two. So and then last one. Okay. So last one. So you will be able to claim it here. So just click the claim button, and as you can see here, I got a 50 LE. So 50 LE is 0.5 PVU. So 0.5 PVU is more than $10. Okay, so this one is very easy to make money. I suggest that if you have a funds, you actually want to join this game, because I mean it has a really big market cap. There's a lot of people that are playing this one. So absolutely, if you do not know anything about Plants vs Undead, then you are clearly missing out. Okay, so that's how you need to do it, guys. So just a reminder, after you've done your work or everything, so you're going to go into the farm, make sure to put a pot only one times for every single mama and sapling, because if you double click this one, you will also lose a pot. So if you double click it, you will burn and you will actually lose some money. So be careful when you are clicking, so that you will be able to utilize it into the future as well. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope you like this content. Do not forget to subscribe into my channel. It is Crypto Addict here, back again with another awesome updates, and see you on my next video.
I could hear because I actually haven't.
What is going on, Stashers? We are here today doing a special live stream coming at you to celebrate an epic NFT virtual land sale and I'm joined by my good friend Bonds Manifest. What's going on, brother?
Hey man, thanks a lot for having me, dude. I know it's short notice, man, and I appreciate you putting this together. But yeah, it's a big day for prospectors. Open sale today.
Yeah, we got this big virtual land sale that you guys are dropping today, and this is one of the biggest land sales you guys have ever done. And Prospectors is one of those really OG original play to earn games. A lot of people don't really know. Started out on EOS and has expanded over into the Wax ecosystem. I love the fact that you guys are on Wax. I mean, EOS is great and all, but I think that all of the really cool NFT and play to earn stuff is really happening on Wax and starting to come up here. And so really excited to have you on the channel to talk a little bit about this sale, what makes it unique, and why people want to not miss out on this land and getting this land. So why don't you just tell us a little bit about Prospectors as a game first, and then we'll jump into the land sale details, because this is going to happen live. You guys don't realize this land sale is happening in 10 minutes. So we're going to be able to watch it go down.
Yeah, man, you made a lot of great points. You're exactly right. OG play to earn game was actually the original play to earn game on Wax, but you're exactly right. It launched on EOS first, which was awesome at the time. There was a lot of hope in the EOS community at that time, and then I think Wax kind of emerged with this awesome onboarding, easy onboarding, the Wax Cloud wallet, and really quickly asserted its dominance as the NFT chain in the EOSIO sort of ecosystem. So of course it was a natural progression to launch on Wax. We were one of the first major dApps on Wax. Brought a ton of EOS people over there. People saw how easy Wax was to get into, and yeah, it's been awesome ever since. And so of course since then we've launched a series of maps. So the game's been in beta, like you said, for a long time. And there's been a lot of basically years of testing, which have all culminated into this what we're calling the Grand Land, which is actually twice as big as the other permanent lands on EOS or Wax. And so with this Grand Land comes a grand opportunity. Let's put it that way. There's going to be, I think the gold mines have like twice or three times as much gold as what the biggest gold mines did in the original maps.
Yeah, I got an image here. I'm gonna throw the image up so people can see. Like, this is the difference between the Wild West land plot. Someone was asking, "What's the difference? What is it? How is it different from the other land?" Well, there was a lot less land plots and a lot less gold, actual NFT crypto gold that you can mine. And this one has, like 7 times the amount.
Yeah, it's huge. So we basically made the largest gold plots have 100,000 PGL in them, and there's 200 of those plots. So there's I think there's going to be something like 1,000 gold plots out of these 10,000 plots. 1,000 of them will have gold. So you right off the bat have a 1 in 10 chance of, it's kind of like the original
striking it rich, right? Literally strike like the gold rush, and you strike it. It's like, oh my gosh, I have a gold mine on my land.
Yeah, and so yeah, like I said, like there's I think 200 plots with 100,000 PGL, 400 plots with 75,000 PGL, and 400 plots with 50,000 PGL. So even that smallest gold plot is actually like twice the size of the original large gold plot on EOS. And I think going back, I don't even want to remember the prices back in the days when we launched on EOS originally, but the PGL token has gone through its ups and downs, but has certainly now made a comeback. And I think it's pretty obvious to everyone paying attention that the Weekend team they had a plan. This has been multi-year plan in the making, dialing in all the sort of the different balances within the economy of the game, and also now launching this Grand Land and using the actual game token as the currency. So you see all these new people coming into Wax. Of course, if they haven't been playing the game and they want to check it out, they have to go buy that token now. And so as you can see, it's like 0.44 something Wax right now for 1 PGL token. So the token has value. There's a lot of gold going to be buried in this map, and I think one of the most important aspects that separates this map from the maps in the past is now the land NFTs that you're buying. You will have that true ownership NFT aspect to it, right? So you're buying this NFT, and theoretically you will own it forever. you don't have there. In other words, in the past maps, there's been this element where you're paying rent essentially. So it's kind of like in real life, right? Like you own land, but theoretically, the government is kind of renting it to you because if you don't pay your taxes, they come and take it.
Right.
And so with NFTs, right, we all enjoy this true ownership aspect, and I think property rights and is important to people, especially in the crypto space. A lot of people understand the value in property rights and what that really means. And so with this grand land, we're offering the land plots as NFTs, and there will be no rent. So one of the things that I think a lot of people who, me myself included, I used to play prospectors a lot, and as I got busy, there'd be times when I fell off with it.
Hard to keep up, yeah. And then you're like, dang it, I lost my land. I didn't pay the rent.
Exactly right, man. I literally lost.
Me too.
I lost the property because I wasn't paying attention, and it hurts. You log in, you're like, and it really discouraged me, honestly. Like I had this awesome little setup with like my gold mine was right next to my tool shop, which my friend had the iron furnace, and we had basically our whole little town set up there. And over time, of course, like I said, I ended up losing a plot. I wasn't paying attention. I was kind of paying rent. I wasn't on top of putting my workers to work, so it seemed like the rent was really eating into the ROI from owning the plot. So I think with this new setup, and of course there's been some adjustments made as we announced in the Medium article. The mining rates are going to be much slower, and I think this is actually really good. What we saw in some of the past lands was, especially in the original EOS land, where the mining rates were really high, and you had these plots that had thousands and thousands of dollars worth of gold in them, and everybody starts mining them at the same time. And of course, people immediately there's a lot of sell there's a lot of sell pressure on the token, and and also a lot of pressure to basically keep your workers working around the clock. And I think this new model where you can kind of play at your own pace, which is really key especially for people who are busy and maybe who aren't going to be logging on 3 times a day or 4 times a day to send your workers back at work. You can kind of log in once a day or once a week if you want. You could mine the plot forever theoretically, and have that steady source of income, and kind of build up over time your little community with you. Work with friends, work with an alliance. Make sure you have people that are doing the various businesses, like running a tool shop, running the iron factory, a sawmill, all those different jobs that are so important. So
yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the things that is a good change here, because having to not be so on top of something like this with a game that is more of a passive game. It's a passive play to earn game where you're not sitting there actively playing a game. It's like you send people out, you're doing certain tasks, and it takes a certain amount of time, and then you got to come back to it, check it a little bit later, and redo it again. And then that, I think that makes sense to kind of expand that out a little bit longer, so you're not having to, you're not sucking up all the resources so quickly, and these lands have a good amount of value over time, because you're right, because that puts a lot of negative sell pressure on the PGL token in particular, and that's not something that people really want to see. They want to see these things be able to gain over time. And if you know that there's value locked in there, and it's not that you can extract it like within a week or two, then I think that holds better long-term value, right? So as a plot, as an NFT, I think that holds a better long-term value. And then you can even say like, okay, well, in the future, you could still sell this NFT, and maybe, even after a year or two of mining it, there's still a good amount of gold left. Versus like you have all these NFTs in the market where they've just been drained of all the resources, and they're like, nothing's worth anything anymore, and it kind of crashes the whole market. So it definitely keeps things going a little bit further, which I definitely appreciate.
You're totally right. You nailed it. It really makes the strategy. You can play the long game. You could be sitting on and just to point out too, right? So I point out there's 1,000 plots that are going to have gold, and of course that's one of the main things that everybody wants. But I just want to I'll briefly go into some of the aspects of the game that maybe not everyone is familiar with. Mm-hmm. So it's a complete economy from the ground up, right? So you have all of these different minerals, and you also have above ground resources like trees and rocks, right? And so trees, of course, are super important, right? Because trees, you need a tree in order to make the handle for the tools. And without the tools, you can't mine gold, right? So it's a lot like the original gold rush, right? Like they say that the guys selling the picks and shovels, right, made all the money in the gold rush, right?
Yeah.
Well, some of the gold miners made a lot of money too, but there's a really good lesson there, and that is that the resources in the game are super important. And so, of course, 9 out of 10 people aren't gonna get one of the gold plots, but that plot that you have could end up being super valuable because it's a free market just like everything else, right? And these the people that have huge wood plots, for example, this guy brought up the example of a wooden handle for a tool. Those wood plots can get really valuable, especially you think about any supply demand type of resource model. If say a lot of people are holding those wood plots and they just decide, well, I'm just going to hold out on selling that wood,
Yeah.
there might not be a lot of wood on the market, and that wood could end up being more valuable than gold theoretically. It's all a matter of supply and demand, just like anything else. So there's a lot of opportunity. It's just like building a business in real life. And whatever resource you have, you can build a business off of that resource. And all those resources have a real value in the game. They all can be sold for PGL, which can be sold for wax. So basically, it's a map full of wax tokens in the form of other fungible tokens like wood, stone, iron ore, clay, all these fungible tokens that are basically just distributed all around the map. And as I see, we're actually getting close to the actual. We're down to 1 minute of the actual drop here.
I got it on the screen here for everybody to be able to see this here in just a second. So we got it right here, and we're doing a little countdown. So 30 seconds to this pack drop.
So as always with these pack drops, let's pray to the hardware gods that our team has done a proper job and everything is ready to handle the traffic. I'm pretty sure
that's always an issue, because like I said, what's the max amount that are dropping? It's 5,776. But what was the max for this grand land in particular?
So the grand land, there's actually a total of 10,000 plots. So this is kind of the main sale. We did 2 previous sales that were whitelisted.
Yep. And
that was basically to reward all the existing players so that they had a chance to guarantee themselves a piece of land first. And now it's basically open to the public. So.
Right.
Yeah.
So a little less than half that went in the white sale here. There were the 2 previous white sales for existing players, and now this is the main sale. So people who are new, that want to get on, this is like one of your best chances to be able to do so. And then people are asking, well, the price is priced here in PGL, and like, where can I get PGL? Is Alcor the only exchange where you can get PGL right now?
Yes. It may also be available on Nudex. I'm not really sure, but we've been sending people to Alcor. I think that's where the best liquidity is. And I should have been ready to drop that link for you. If you need it, I can send it to you. But wax.alcor. If anybody's looking to pick up some PGL tokens, that's going to be your best bet.
Yeah. So if you guys want to grab PGL for that, you can definitely do that here. And looks like we're live. So we'll see how this goes here, and we'll kind of watch it as we're talking and stuff like that. But all of the previous sales for this, because you guys have done sales for this before. There was a previous land, the very first NFT land offering for prospectors was essentially a different land plot, right? It was a different map. So maybe you can talk a little bit about that and your guys' first sale with the NFTs.
Yeah. So previously we've it's been, honestly, to give okay, so the real way that it worked was that the plots in the past had been you rented the plot.
Mm-hmm.
So the maps would launch, and basically it was a free for all, and people would just be running all over the map, and you would stake a claim to that plot by renting it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the big difference, like what I was kind of alluding to before. So the big difference here is you'll already own your plot before you've gotten the land. So it's actually a huge difference in the mechanics of the game, because the way that it worked before, there was sort of this in all the other launches of the land, obviously securing the plots with a lot of resources was kind of like a race, right? So you had this aspect of, for the first 3 days, the game was super exciting. Everybody was as fast as they could going around the map and exploring the plot. Exploring means you get to the plot and you're not at, there's obviously nothing visible When you look at the map, you're not able to see under the ground. Of course, you're just kind of looking at the plot itself. So when you look at the plot, looking at the map, you're only really seeing the above ground resources like trees or rocks. So in order to know how much resources a plot actually have, you have to physically send your worker there
to know and see. Yep.
And do the explore, which means you're going to dig around.
A lot of time. It takes a lot of time moving them around the map, man, because that doesn't happen fast. It's like 2 hours to go from one spot to another, and you're like, oh, there's not, I don't know, there's not here.
Yeah. And then, and then it's 10 minutes to walk your guy from the one space to the very next plot over, and then the very next plot over. So it took days for the whole map to be explored. And now you take into account this new map is twice the size. You can imagine how big it's actually going to be, right? And the cool thing is that just like with our previous maps, there is actually going to be free plots on the outer edge of this map. That is to say, there's a whole outer ring of this map that the plots are owned by nobody. And
okay, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, and so just like it was on the other maps, when a plot is free, that means any player can just basically walk to that plot and just start extracting those resources. Yep. Like you don't own the plot's owned by nobody. That means all the resources on the plot. Say the plot is full of trees. You can show up there with your 3 workers if you want, with your wagon and your axes, and just start taking down those resources and fill your wagon full of trees, and then just go sell those on the market. So it's basically like free tokens. So with this map, the free plots are actually located on the far outside edge. So you can go get those free materials, but you're going to have to walk way to the outskirts, out in no man's land to collect them, and then you're going to have to bring those materials back. Having said that, as you pointed out, like, yeah, it can take hours, right, to send your guy from one point of the map to the other. That's where the horses and the donkeys come in, right? Like you ride a horse, it speeds up the time. Horses get sold in the auction, so there is actually going to be an auction for some in-game assets, as well as what they're calling the premium plots, which is a small square of plots centered around the center of the map. So the center of the map is often considered the prime real estate, because obviously you're directly closer to all corners of the map, and you're also sort of near the center of commerce and near the train station, which obviously is really important too. Which we can get into too, but it's another important thing to note is everybody, even the nomads as we call them, that is the people that don't own land, can have a free storage space at the train station. So once the train station gets built, you essentially have a place you can store those minerals. So say you're a nomad and you're rolling out to the outskirts of the map, and you collect a bunch of stuff, and you want to just save it. Say you want to just stockpile some mineral, you can walk back to the train station and put it in your storage there, and you have free storage. So you don't need to rent that space. That's just available to all players of the game. So there's basically free resources available to all players, and there's going to be free storage available to all players once the railroad actually gets built.
Yeah, and that's something that a lot of people bring up to, like, oh, Stash, these play to earn games, a lot of them they're not free to play. I have to invest some sort of money to get started. But that's not really been the case here with prospectors. You don't really need to invest per se to get started in this game, right? You can just go out, and start playing, and like I said, get some of these free resources, even if you don't own land. Now, if you're a landowner, obviously, then you have your land with resources on it. But then, as a landowner, how do you see that happening of going about playing a game and getting additional resources? Do you think that if you have a land that has only timber and stone, we'll say, and you need a bunch of other resources, do you foresee people having to go trade for those, or do you think they're actually going to go out and mine for those? Or how does that work when it comes down to other people's lands too? Because with these NFT lands, you can't just go mine on there unless they open it up, maybe, or is there like a fee? I don't know how it works with the NFT lands like that.
So yeah, you're exactly right, man. It's a great point. Like like I said, there's free plots, right? So right off the bat, there's going to be people who are, and it's a great point that you brought up, that it is truly a free to play game. Obviously it's somewhat limited when you're the free player. You have there's the basic limitations of a free player. So yeah. Of course it goes up from there, right? Like there's what they call the worker. So when you want to work, you want to be able to work for many hours at a time as opposed to 1 hour. So I think the free player can come into the game, and you have 1 hour that you can send your worker to go work at a time. So you can put in the work as a free player and just keep logging on every hour and put your guy back to work until you make a few few bucks, and then you can buy the worker certificate, and now you can enjoy putting your worker to work for 5 hours at a time. Now you only need to log in, say, 3 times a day to keep your worker working like all the time. Having said that, yeah, when you buy a plot, you own all the resources that are on that plot. But like you said, you're theoretically going to need other resources depending on what you're trying to do. Now that's where, like, having a network really comes into play. And some of the best times I had in Prospectors was when the map first launched on EOS, and I had a bunch of guys I used to hang out with back then that were all big EOS guys, and we sort of formed a little alliance. And I don't know if you remember Max Dapp, MDX Crypto. He used to cover a lot of EOS stuff. Now he's more general trading kind of YouTube channel, but he had a little alliance going, and we built a little village out on the east side, way out in the outskirts at the time, but eventually, the map sort of fills in around you. But we had, it's all about having a group of people. Obviously, everything's available on the store and the shops and in the storefront. So any minerals you need or any tools you need, you can of course just buy it. And of course, there's so many cool functions about this game, which makes it so when you really look under the hood and you think about what's involved with the smart contracts of the game, it's ridiculously impressive. Like the fact that you can, like, going back to what we were just talking about. So you have a plot and you're mining, your trees and your rocks, like you said. But I also need some other mineral, or I'm trying to craft some tools by hand. You can just place up a buy order right on your plot, and you basically are setting an order saying, anybody who has this item for this price that I want to pay, you can come deliver it to me automatically and pay for it, right? And so the other side of that is, if you're a free player and you have a backpack full of iron ore, you can go right in the
interface right there, the market.
Yeah,
right?
Look at who wants to buy ore. This guy wants to buy ore for this price. I'm happy to sell for that price. You can click one button and you can send your worker, and he's going to walk to that plot, sell his ore to that player, and you're automatically going to get paid. And you can log on later, and your gold is going to be in your account, and your player will now have moved to that plot, and you can send them back to go mine more materials. And so there's so many cool little aspects like that where you can look at the jobs board, you search for it, you can filter that and search for, well, what jobs can I get? My guy only has, say, a pickaxe and a hammer or whatever he has, a hammer, whatever, a saw. And you can just scroll through the jobs board, find a job, see what they're paying, and click a button, and automatically your guy's going to go walk to that job site, that plot, and take that job, and you're automatically going to get paid as soon as you click that button. And then log on 5 hours later, your guy's done working, and look for another job. Or going back to what I was just saying about alliances, this is where alliances really come into play, because ideally you don't want to send your guy all around the map looking for work, right? You'd like to have your guys just posted up in one spot and just let them work there for like months, right? That's kind of the best way to play the game, is kind of like have it dialed in with your friends. And if you need help, you tell the guys in your group, hey, I'm trying to build this building. Send everyone over to my spot. Make sure you bring your hammer and your saw, because that's what we need for this job. And ideally, you can employ all your friends to work and help you. And then when they need something built, you all go and help them, and vice versa. And you all kind of help each other out. And that way, when everybody has their building set up, your bro has a sawmill and your other bro has a tool shop. Now everyone's working together, and he can get the kind of the bro price. Like I need this guy needs handles for his tool shop to make tools. Well, then he can give tools back to the sawmill, so he has plenty of saws to keep cutting more wood. You make deals, and that's always been one of the best parts of the game, is being able to link up with your friends, come up with deals with make alliances, and then use that to everyone's advantage to get good prices and sort of help each other out.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing is that, I see a lot of people in chat and they're just like, oh, it's it's a bit of a complicated game, and it is. Like, this is a strategy game. This is a kind of game that you really need to put some time and thought in. It's not like one of those point and click, point and click, point and click. And a lot of people, I think they've gotten used to that in these kind of play to earn games, because a lot of them are very basic, and they're just like, you go in, you press a button, and you mine something or whatever, and the passive games are of that nature. But this one has a lot to it. We talk about passive style games, which this is. It's not a super active style game, because you set things to go, and they're kind of passive as you're waiting for it to respawn. But that's one of the things, is there's still a lot of strategy here. And like you said, making alliances with your friends or neighbors, even finding out who owns the plot next to you now. And that's a thing that you can actually do and see that wallet and be like, oh, here's so and so's wallet. Maybe I can find them, and the four of us around here, we can we can get together and kind of strategize. You have wood, I have stone. Let's make a little commune and really work together, and that way you're going to be able to profit more and be able to take more PGL off of the table with your resources and stuff like that. Because I think one of the things that I also saw in chat here is a lot of people are saying, well, the hard thing is the fact that, it's on Wax. So a lot of people are not super familiar with Wax or how to get Wax, even though it just got listed on Binance. So if you guys don't know, you can go get Wax on Binance now, and then that's how you would then exchange your Wax for PGL on Alcor Exchange, or was it Nudex was the other one that you said that was on?
Yep.
Yeah, so it is a little bit of a process to get there, and I did see people mention like, hey, if this sale was in Wax, or if it was a credit card sale, like it would have been sold out instantly. PGL obviously is a little bit harder to get if you're not already familiar with the Prospectors universe and playing it, or Alcor Exchange, or the Wax ecosystem in general. So there are a lot of steps and things to learn to get there, and so that's kind of why one of the reasons why I wanted to do this stream, so people could understand and learn and get a little bit of advantages, because this sale is something you can still get in on. It's not like it's going to instantly sell out. As we saw, we've already moved a couple hundred units here, but there's over 5,000 lands in this, and that's well over half of this grand land, which the land has not launched yet, right? So tell us a little bit about the launch of this land and how that's going to go.
Yeah, so the actual Grand Land's going to launch in October, and like I said, between now and then, there's actually going to be another in-game asset sale, and so I think that sale will actually be in Wax. I'm not 100% sure about that, but yeah, like you said, we knew this wasn't going to sell out. We could tell how much we pretty much knew how much PGL was out there in the wild, so we knew that this sale was going to take some time, which is actually cool because it sort of gives people time. Just as you were saying, there's people that are just learning about the Wax ecosystem. Maybe some of these people just came over from Binance. People are just getting into the whole play to earn, ecosystem and trying to learn about what games are around. And not everybody knows about Prospectors or PGL tokens. So not a lot of people, of course, are just, unless you were playing the game, you probably wouldn't have had the token. So yeah, what's cool is that like you were saying, for all these new people, obviously, anybody who's just learning even about Wax, get yourself a Waxhal wallet. It's super easy. It's like 3 clicks and you have a Waxhal wallet. With that Waxhal wallet, you can log right into any of the Wax dApps, including the dexes like Alcor. So once you have some, and sending from any exchange like Binance or KuCoin is super easy. You just put your Wax address, which is going to be 5 letters .wham. You just put that right in the send to withdraw address, and basically withdraw your Wax rate, and it'll be right in your Waxhal wallet. And then you can use that in any of these Wax DApps. So you'll just and what's cool about these about Alcor is, of course, it's a DEX, so it's non-custodial. So you just log in with your own wallet. You don't need to send your tokens there. You don't need to send your tokens to sit on the exchange or anything like that. You just log in with your wallet. You can buy tokens. You can get PGL there. Trade for Wax, and yeah, we expect this sale will probably be open for a minute, and so we're getting the word out there to people. It's obviously going to be of course, because the main land hasn't launched yet. You don't know actually what these land NFTs will actually contain. So there's that little bit of that gambling aspect too, because like we were saying earlier, some of these plots are going to have 100,000 PGL tokens, which is like, I think that's as of today's prices over $12,000 worth of PGL, wow. Right? So yeah, and then there's like 400 plots that are going to have something like over $8,000 worth of PGL, and there's going to be 1,000 gold plots on this map, and of course the resources are really valuable too. So it's hard to imagine that this and of course the land packs, it does see, as far as what sales go, $150. It's not nothing, right? It's a pretty significant investment that people are making. But what we'll remind everybody is, you own these resources forever, and this map is obviously kind of designed to last like a really long time. Yeah. So you're really kind of investing in sort of a metaverse where these resources will only kind of become more valuable, because over time, of course, just like any finite resource, the resources start getting used up. So we saw what happened like in the Yukon map on Wax, where sort of trees, for example, became really hard to find. and people kind of hoarded them and were sitting on them, and the trees became expensive. So, and people need trees. So, and it's like that for every mineral. So like, you can take your time and start mining your minerals out of the ground, and or just sit on your NFT for a while, and not do anything with your land. But it really behooves you to really start out and sort of get things built early, so that way you can log on and just put your workers to work and sort of be at least gathering or making use of your land, at least your own land. If not, go try to take advantage of the free lands while they're still available, and yeah, and then sort of play at your own pace and take your time, knowing that those resources are always going to be yours. They're always going to be in your storage. You'll never lose that plot. No one can come on your plot and do anything to your resources or do anything that you don't want them to. So it's true land ownership, and that comes obviously with the resources that are on it. So
now,
yeah.
One of the things I threw up the PGL chart here too, so people can kind of see where we've come from just earlier this year in April. We did have a little bit of dip here recently, a fairly significant dip in PGL. But if you look
that was the Binance listing. So
right,
of course, the Wax token versus every other Wax token. The Wax token went up 124%.
Right, and so everything goes down versus
everything else versus Wax. And what's funny is people are like, oh, look at these huge dips that happen, but a lot of people didn't stop to do the math. And I was kind of pointing this out. The same thing with the Ether token. Same thing with Selenium. Same thing with PGL. Same thing with all these tokens that are on Wax, that have a Wax pair. They all went down like 80%. And I was pointing out to people, Wax just went up 125%. So the token only being down 80%, like you realize it's actually worth more money. Like in dollar terms, all the Wax tokens just went up in value.
Right,
everything,
right.
The whole Wax ecosystem just went up in value. And so all these tokens, of course, there's a giant red candle when the Binance listing happened. But actually, all these tokens actually are higher dollar value than they were before that candle.
Right, and so that's, yeah, exactly. So I saw some comments. That's why I want to throw this chart up so people could see that and understand that that's the case. But even if you look at even just taking that out all aside, I mean, just since April, I mean, it's still up a significant amount. It's up almost 100% from its price in April. So even where we're at right now, so yeah, and we're already seeing a recovery here. If you guys look at the chart and whatnot, we're already seeing a recovery here. At the end, and it's already come up from what it dipped down to is at 40.40 wax to 0.450 wax. So I think that like you said, there's still a lot of value there. So when it comes to the actual token itself, you shouldn't really necessarily think, oh my gosh, PGL's gone down since his land sale. It really has to do with the fact that wax pumped pretty hard there for that Binance sale in particular. So
yeah, that's a good point. And if you zoomed out more on that map too, you would see, yeah, I mean, the token was just like a lot of these games, it's been years. Prospectors was launched for years. I feel like it was a year ago at some point, or maybe however many months ago, the PGL token was like a couple cents. It was maybe like 2 cents, but also it was maybe even less than it. It was maybe a cent or less. But the Wax token was also like 4 cents and 3 cents just a year ago. I think the Wax token was like 3 cents or something, or maybe a year and a half ago. But obviously, the point that I'm kind of making is the game obviously was taking time to develop, and by sticking with it, obviously you see how anybody who actually just held the token, I think it's like 12x since then.
Yeah,
it's up at least 1,000% from where it was a year and a half ago.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, well, that makes a good point, because a lot of people are saying, well, hey, I played this game and you're not getting a lot of value out of it. Like, you can only earn a little bit amount of PGL, and it's really hard. You have to put a lot of time into it. But then you really got to think about this over time as well. So if your only focus is like, earn right now and then cash out to USD and like now you got your profits, I think that this shows that if you hold something like this over time, you can actually profit a lot more with long-term thinking, guys. This is something I talk about all the time. People are trying to do these short-term plays of like, a week or two or a month or something like that. But if you look at like what just holding for 1 year can do for you, as we saw in that chart, that can be pretty significant. So you can be taking those PGL profits later down the line, and maybe they're double or triple or even bigger than that. So it really just depends on how things go and how things blow up.
Exactly, man. I mean, you're totally right. And not only that, but holders, there's an additional incentive for holding. It was probably one of the first kind of staking. Think back on Wax. was probably one of the first tokens on Wax that you could actually stake besides the Wax token that was earning that paid you like a dividend for staking. When we first launched Prospectors, there's a bank in Prospectors, and you can go deposit your PGL tokens. And you're earning a portion of the rewards. So there's all kinds of cool burn mechanics too. So as you know, PGL is spent in the game. Some portion of that is burned. So the token. So first of all, the token had a fixed supply from the beginning, and it's inherently deflationary. So of course, gold is coming out of the ground, but there's only so many PGL tokens in existence.
They could ever be coming out. Yeah,
they're only getting burned. So basically, all through there, there's a number of like funds. There's like some of it goes back into the game development, some of it goes back to the people staking the token, and some of it gets burned. So yeah, the token is sort of deflationary by nature, but
so to that fact there, someone actually put a pretty good question here in chat. Maxim says, does the game die when all PGL has been mined?
No, it's a good question, because as the PGL, so there's sort of a rate that PGL comes out of the ground, right? And it's on like a curve. So it's actually like impossible for all the gold. It's like as you get really far down to the bottom,
you're getting a little bit less as they go on this curve. Yeah,
exactly. And it kind of tracks. You think of kind of how it is in real life, right? Like gold used to be like laying on the ground, and it was kind of easy, like a human
pick it on up.
But it wasn't worth as much. And as the gold gets more and more scarce, it costs more and more to get it out of the ground, but then the cost of gold sort of goes up, right? Yeah. So it kind of matches that in the game a little bit, because the gold gets harder and harder to pull out of the ground. And of course, the other resources are all getting less and less as well. So as the trees get more and more scarce, say, for example, the trees are going up in value. So of course, it costs more for that tool. So in order to get the gold out of the ground, you're already spending more money to get the gold out of the ground. It perfectly mirrors real life. Like when you want to get the gold out of the ground, the cost of that tool sort of went up. So you have to sell that gold for more money. It's the only way the economy works. And so it sort of all works in lockstep. So as the gold becomes more and more rare, the gold becomes worth more and more money. So
it makes sense. Yeah, because you said that, there is a burn mechanic in there. It is deflationary. There's a fixed supply of it. And so people were like, well, they could just keep adding more and more lands. Well, they can, but that's not necessarily going to add more of the token, which is essentially what you're earning and playing to earn, right? And where you're extracting actual money and value from the game. So I think that's a pretty interesting fact there for people to understand and to know here on this wax-based game. So, before we close out here on this live stream and we get going, is there any last few words that you want to let anybody know about this Grand Land Sale or Prospectors in general as a play-to-earn game on the Wax blockchain?
I would say, well, first, thanks a lot again for putting this together on short notice.
Yeah.
For anybody who's new to Wax or new to Prospectors, hasn't tried it out yet, sure, you should probably check it out. Check out the game, log on, kind of, don't get intimidated by the fact that it seems kind of that there's a lot of actions, kind of like we talked about earlier. There's a lot you can do, so just go through the tutorial and ask questions of people in the chats. It's once you kind of get the mechanics, it all starts to make sense. And you'll see that, of course, now there's not a ton of jobs available in the current lands, and so it might seem like, wait, there's not a ton of money to be made, but what people don't realize is that 2 years ago, when the land was full of resources, there was tons of money to be made, right? Like at one point, it was actually like absurd, because there was so many jobs. People compete then for the workers because there's so much work that needs to be done, and so they were paying like absurd salaries. So you could just log onto the game and go send your guys to work and make like $20 just for like clicking 2 buttons and send your guys to work. You'd make like $20. You could do that like all day long. So, and I'm not saying that's going to happen again, but the point is when the resources are full and there's a lot of economic activity, there's a ton of opportunity in the game. Yeah. So I would just say for anybody who's new to
be ready.
Be ready. There's going to be a ton of opportunity. There's going to be a ton of resources. And the cool thing is these resources won't just run out because like I said, the mining difficulties changed. It's slowed down. So there's going to be a lot of opportunity and a lot of jobs kind of for a long time. So if you're into these types of games, if you're into kind of like a more strategic kind of a game, instead of just, sort of clicking buttons or just logging on and collecting your few cents. And it can be that easy too, even in prospectors. Don't get me wrong. If your guys have tools and you're set up with a friend where all you have to do is log on and put your guys to work at their shop, it's really like a matter of just logging on, clicking a few buttons, and you're kind of earning some money. So it is kind of simple like that. But of course, you can go a lot further in the game. You can develop a business, and you can put a little more thought into it. And then of course, you can actually be making more profit by doing that. But I just encourage everybody to take a look at the game, and then to talk to people who are playing it when the map's launched, and see what kind of opportunity there actually is, and to look at the numbers of how much gold and how many resources are really going to be on this map, and what that $150 land pack, or however much it sells for, 1,200 PGL land pack, really has the opportunity to turn into. Yeah, good luck to everybody, and thanks again for having me. And yeah, happy prospecting, guys.
Happy prospecting. Perfect.
Get your pickaxe ready.
Yeah, get those pickaxes ready, guys. If you want to get packs here from this Prospectors Grand Land Sale for the new map that's launching in October, you can get in the link in the description below. And you do need to have PGL, their in-game currency, to buy these, and you can buy it on the Alcor exchange. I'll actually update the description, stuff like that, with the Alcor exchange link, so you can use your wax to buy PGL to get the pack. You can also buy them on the secondary markets too. But definitely make sure you guys get ready for this game if you guys want to get there for that first gold rush, because that's when you can make the most profit. So that's all we have for today, folks. Really appreciate it. We'll see you guys next time. Tune in actually later today, guys. I'm going to be doing a game stream where we're playing some Splinterlands. So make sure to check out and hang out with us. Another great game that has a cross bridge to Wax and also has land too. So we'll see you guys next time. Until all that, stash that crypto, friends. What is going on, all you crypto friends out there? Welcome back to another episode of the NFT Beat. I'm joined, as always, by my good bro and co-host, Ken Bozak. What is up, bro?
Good, so bro, we're just giving away a few NFTs for the early bros that showed up to the show to say thanks for tuning in early.
That's how we do it, man. We always like to hook people up who come here and they're ready to go when the show is started. And, we drop some too throughout the show, but usually at the beginning and the end. So if you stick around and, you're here throughout the show, we do like beginning, middle, and end. It makes sense, right? It makes sense. You're looking pretty sharp there. I don't know.
You like it?
I don't know if people notice, but you got no beard.
Yeah. They might still be seeing it like a mirage. Like it's just like
I know. It's like,
in.
Is that Ken Bozak? Are you sure? I assure you guys, it is Ken. He's back from his adventures, and doing all the NFT things. We were both, first Ken was on extended vacation. We'll say he was on a whole like endless summer.
yeah.
Doing the end of the summer thing, and then I was on vacation here the last week or so. We definitely missed a lot of stuff here over the last week and a half. Ken's missed all of it, so that's okay.
Yeah, but I'm back now with a vengeance. So
that's true. Back with the vengeance.
Looking forward to catching up.
And we got just in the week I was gone, there's so many things that have happened that we're going to talk about today that you guys need to know about. If you want to keep up with all the latest in NFTs and what is going on in this space, what projects you should be looking at and researching upon, how to go about that, all of those things, that's what this show is all about. We recap all the hottest news, all the things that you need to learn about and the trends, so you don't have to go digging all around. Just watch this show, you watch it weekly, and you're ready to go. Ain't that right, Bozak? That's how we do it.
Yeah, man. And if you want to, get more involved with daily information, I would recommend joining either, my or Stash or both of our Telegrams. Telegram is where you can get that, daily delicious deets. But yeah, once a week, this is your spot to be. Don't miss it.
Yeah, I feel you, man. And actually, RIP Telegram. And I'm going to say that right now because I'm actually going to be moving over to focusing on the Discord. So I'm going to be moving to Discord. I'm doing it, man. You know what? I'm
such an idiot. So am I, bro. I totally forgot all about that. I've been doing it all day today. I've been promoting Discord all day today. I forgot. Yeah, join our Discords instead.
Yeah, I haven't put out the link there yet. I have. Maybe you can find it out there. I've had a Discord for a long time, but I just decided that I want to move the community there. It's going to be a lot easier for me to moderate the group. Because I've been getting a lot of spam, man, and even with the spam bots and things like that, it just hasn't been working out as well. So I'm not abandoning Telegram completely, but Discord is where you're going to be able to find me from now on, and that's where I'm going to be interacting personally. You guys could still be in the Telegram group and hanging out, but just keep that in mind that if you are in the Telegram, look for the link to sign up for Discord here pretty soon. I'm going to start switching that out in all the videos and things like that. So you'll be able to get the link. It'll be on all the website and all that jazz. So no worries there. Oh, someone was like, typical NFT drops. Someone claimed, like 2 dudes claimed all the NFTs. I would appreciate, guys, when we drop these free NFTs, if you already got one, don't go claim another one. That's just being greedy as all hell, man. We don't want that kind of thing going on here. We do these free NFTs and drop things to people, and this is a really quick way to do it. But there's no way for us to like moderate and say only one person can get this from this thing. So we try and, just kind of a little bit of honor system. We're building a community here. That's the whole point, right, Ken? I mean, we're building good communities, not just people who follow us and watch and we don't interact with them. I try and talk to everybody in my community and make friends with them and as much as I can. Obviously the communities are growing and stuff like that now, but that's always been my goal, is to have a really great community.
Trying to think of how we can solve this problem.
I don't know. Yeah, I wish there was a way that for any, like, you could turn on for Atomic Hub, where whenever you do a drop link like this, you can turn it on where only so many people can claim. Like, you can have a setting so if you're giving away like links like this, only the same account can claim a link drop, only so much per hour or per minute or whatever.
Yeah,
That would be the way to do it. That would be the way to do
Maybe
it.
link lock it with like a password or something. That way the bots can't, and you have to just type in like a.
It's not even bots, you know. At this point, it's just people who are getting greedy and go in there and they just, you know.
Yeah, it's true. It's not. Yeah, you're right.
But anyways, I appreciate the people who just took one, and you know that encourages us to want to keep dropping these into chat for you guys, so everyone can get one. I mean, these are not. It's not like we're dropping, you know, crazy. It's not like we're dropping CryptoPunks in the chat. Man,
somebody wants to make us a custom contract in the chat. I mean, go for it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be something that'd be interesting. Is if we could have a really more controlled way to do free drops to people. I think that'd be kind of fun. Maybe like a pool drop where you can put like 20 or 30 NFTs in the pool, and then when you drop the link, people can only claim one from the pool, you know? Like
right.
A pool drop would be great. All right, so like I said, we got a ton to talk about today. I don't know if you've been keeping up with the markets while you've been out on vacation, Bozak, but things have been a little crazy. Bitcoin.
Yeah, I didn't even know Wax took off until the other day when somebody told me, and it was well after the fact. Cool.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we're going to talk about all that right now. So we're going to jump into it and talk about the markets and get that up, because that is obviously, you know, we love Wax, but there's a lot else going on in the markets right now. It's not just Wax, and so I want to jump in and we're going to talk about that and do a little bit of market watch for all of you guys out there that know what's going on. So you know, we're a little bit of update about Bitcoin and the rest of the market. But really focus on the NFT market cap, right? What is going on with the tokens that are the underlying tokens of the NFT ecosystem? That's what we focus on. But looking at Bitcoin here, I mean, we touched 50K and it was rejected at 50K pretty hard. And now we've had a little bit of a leg down here now around 48,000. But, you know, I think that we're going to see back above 50K here in the next week or so. So you can see, like, like here on CoinGecko, it doesn't show it right, but we definitely went above, just right at 50K or just below it. And we got a rejection there, but I do think that it's going to be pulling back. I mean, it's going to be heading back up towards that 50K level here over the next week. So this is a decent little dip here if you're looking to make a little bit of a move. But do keep that in mind. I do think we're going back over 50K. Same pattern that we're seeing here with Ethereum, but a little bit deep, a little bit of a deeper slice. You know, we'll say here with some of the patterns. So you can see the pattern looks very similar. This dip before we went up to one of these higher highs right here looks very much similar to what is going on with Bitcoin. But then we had a very sharp downtrend to kind of match Bitcoin's downtrend here over the last 24 hours. And then not big surprise here, but you know, everyone has been talking about too in the top 10 here is Cardano. ADA, man, where are my ADA fans? I know you guys are out there. Are you an ADA holder? Do you have any Cardano at all, Bozak?
Yeah, I bought 1,000 well before it broke $1 and told people to, you know, just hold it. I didn't feel like I needed much more than that, considering the next year or two it could be where Ethereum's at today.
Yeah. I'm right there with you, man. I mean, I have an okay bag of ADA. I mean, I don't have a massive bag, but my bags are packed. They've been packed for a while. I've been accumulating ADA over a long period of time, but not a ton of it, you know, just a little bit here and there, with some of the extras that extra cash, liquidity I've had. Yeah, up 35% over the last 7 days. Huge move. BNB not too far behind, also up 14% over the last week. All these coins have retraced a little bit here. Then you look at things like XRP. Well, you know, hasn't been doing too much here. It had a little bit of a pump, you know, earlier than same with Doge. Had a little pump earlier than some of these other top 10 coins, but is now retracing here over the last week or so. Another big favorite project of mine that I've been accumulating is Solana. So Sol token. If you guys are Sol fans out there, I've been talking about that a little bit more on my channel. I talked about one of the first games that is going to be coming out on Solana called Orrery. If you guys are interested in gaming and Solana, definitely check out my Orrery breakdown. But definitely bullish on those guys. And you know, that's one of the coins I really wish I had picked up more of during the bull market. I mean, during the bear market, and I didn't. You know, it's what it comes down to. You know, I wish I had. It was always on my radar, but I just didn't put the liquidity I had into it. And you know, here we are. So, yeah, kind of just going down the list, you know, some other big gainers here over the last 7 days. Terra has been gaining pretty big. Avalanche has seen a huge pump, 173%. That is like crazy unheard of, man. And I don't know why, because all the projects I've seen that they've been launching on Avix have not been doing so well. We've seen a couple NFT projects move that direction, and particularly with the MLB, and I think that Topps in general has put some stuff out there, and it just hasn't done that well. They haven't sold out. They didn't do that well, and crazy to see though Avalanche as a token do so well in this kind of time here. So. Looking at Theta here, Theta has been down over the last 7 days as well, but it also had a nice little run up to here over almost $8 over the last 24 hours,
nice.
last 7 days. So Theta's doing pretty well, just chugging along there. You guys know I love Theta, running my Guardian node and staking my T Fuel, and looking at T Fuel and some other ones here. Pancake Swap is doing really great. Another one of my faves. Why is I'm not logged in now, so it's like, why are my stars not up here? Usually I have my stars of all the things I really like to watch, so you guys know what I'm watching, but I guess I'm not logged into CoinGecko right now. But Pancake Swap, another favorite, and I just did a breakdown of my top coins that you can stake on Pancake Swap to earn more cake, or stake your cake to earn more of the gaming tokens, vice versa. Axie Infinity looking pretty strong, down a little bit here. It kind of retraced some of its gains here over the last week, but we're going to talk more about the NFT market cap here in just a second. I did want to put a highlight on one of our fave coins here, which is I thought I broke here into the top 100. Maybe it did not. Maybe it's still on the. No, it did not. So but I want to pull up Wax, because Wax had.
Whoa, nice Waves! I didn't even realize where Waves is at right now. That's awesome.
Yeah, Waves doing good. Wax has had a bit of retracement here, but in the last 24 hours, I mean, look at this, man! It went from 18 cents and shot up all the way to 44, almost 45 cents. And this, guys, is what we've been waiting for. So when we talk about all the faithful Waxians out there, I have been talking about Wax forever. Bozak has been talking about Wax forever. I've been supporting the project.
I had diamond hands on Wax, bro.
Diamond hands, bro. These, and so we've been hodling Wax forever. And the day has finally come, the day that you guys have been asking for, and they finally got listed on Binance Exchange. This is huge news, and it's something I'm surprised it hasn't happened earlier, actually, right? I mean, aren't you surprised about that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Because like TLM got listed before Wax. I mean, TLM is a Wax-based token.
Yeah, Wax had Wax had a shady ICO. Let's be real.
Their ICO was
pissed off a lot of exchanges, man. Like straight out of the gate. Yeah, especially with the token swap and stuff. I mean, yeah,
and they've done token swap.
Is what it is. That's what I think.
But they've recovered as a project, because I was in the ICO. I bought Wax tokens in the ICO, so technically with those tokens, I'm a bit underwater. Even though they are Genesis tokens, so they do make me extra staking rewards. That's the only benefit. But now with what the price appreciation has happened here with Wax, things are doing a lot better. Now the token has retraced here a little bit here over the last 24 hours or so, back to 33 cents. But I think this is a solid indicator that Wax is going to continue to be rising as a token. The ecosystem is incredibly undervalued, right, Bozak?
Yeah, no, and I mean, we're seeing more and more mainstream get involved. Like, just look at the Funko Pop stuff. Like, that was awesome. And we're only going to see more things like that be inspired by them. But I'm looking forward to seeing like how that manifests into the real world with those collaborations, like with Funko Pops having, like physical toys at like GameStop with like NFTs inside or something.
Exactly.
But yeah, this is just the beginning.
The big story is, look at that volume increase. I mean, that is amazing. So that's the power of Binance.
Well, you couldn't fucking buy Wax anywhere, like seriously.
I know. That's why it was a liquidity problem. And there's a lot going on in Wax, which is crazy when you look at the volume of projects on Wax versus the volume projects on OpenSea, things like that. It blows it away.
I've been saying this since Wax was 3 cents when I went all in when Bitcoin was 50K the first time. There's no way to buy Wax. Yeah. Once there's one good way to buy Wax, this was inevitable. Exactly. And I've been just hodling and earning all the way up until this moment. And they say buy the rumor, sell the news. Hey, this is the news. Took some profit, but there will be more and more news as Wax's life goes on. Yeah,
I feel you. So yeah, I mean, so the big news there with Wax. But let's go look at the NFT market cap here and what is going on with the NFT ecosystem, because that is what we're always focusing on, and that's what we want to, that's what we talk about, NFTs. So I want to know about the NFT tokens. We talked about Theta. Theta is still very strongly in first place here amongst non-fungible token coins. Axie Infinity is right there behind them, and I don't know if Axie will ever really take Theta over. I think the utility of the Theta token and what they're doing with their network is so much more viable as a utility use case than Axie Infinity tokens are. It's just a token for one game ecosystem, and they may expand and have other things where AXS is used for other games. But Theta is a protocol token, and I think that gives it the edge or the leg up here in the long run. But Chili's coming at number 3 here, almost half of the, or no, it's actually pretty close to less than half of the market cap of Axie Infinity, but still doing really strong. Engine Coin had a nice little pump here over the last 7 days, up to almost $2. So they're definitely here hanging in, kind of battling with Chili's for that number 4 spot. And then we have Flow, which has been down. Flow's been very up and down. It hasn't been very consistent with its gains. You can kind of see it's had some gains and then drop. It had some gains and drop. It's been a lot of up and down there. And Flow has one of those similar problems is that you just don't. There's not a lot of places to get Flow, and particularly in the United States. It's a hard coin to be able to get.
Binance still hasn't solved that problem for a lot of Americans either. So that's why I said wait for Coinbase listing or something to that.
Yeah. And I mean, but then you look at like a coin that has been listed on Coinbase, like Mana from Decentraland, right? It's the underlying token for DCL. Coming in at number 6 here. It is still struggling to kind of keep up with Flow. But I mean, you look at the projects and how you compare them. The Flow token is barely used for anything. Like literally, there's almost no use cases for the Flow token. You can't use it on NBA Top Shot, which is kind of their flagship project. There's a couple other things you can use it on for, like Dark Country did a sale on Flow, and there's been a couple other smaller ones that have done sales on Flow where they actually used Flow tokens, but not a lot going on there. There's a lot of use case for Mana, and so surprised to see that it still hasn't overtaken Flow when it comes to market cap. But in my opinion, still really good quality project. Audius, the audio token, has been making strides here over the last couple of weeks. I've talked about them actually here over the last couple of weeks, and I'm going to be doing a full review on Audius and the audio token here, probably either later this week or next week. I did talk about it on Around the Blockchain, so definitely glad to see them pumping here. Same thing with UOS. I've been talking about UOS forever, since it was like, I don't know, 10 cents or something. And I'm really glad to see that their ecosystem is getting a lot of love. We're seeing Ecomi make a little bit of a comeback here over the last 7 days. And Sandbox is kind of just bouncing around where it was. We are going to talk about the Sandbox here in just a little bit. But yeah, Wax P here, definitely moving up in market cap rank. And like I said, it's amazing to see Wax P so low in comparison to some of these other projects with how much utility and things that they have pushed out there. I don't know. I don't get it.
All right, I was, heard me. I know you heard me clicking around. I was trying to spitball an idea here, and I posted a link in the chat for people to claim an NFT that's free, one per person, first come, first serve kind of thing. And there's 33 people in the chat, so there should be enough for everyone, hopefully.
Oh, that's awesome. Very kind of you.
Yeah, I tried.
I try.
I was thinking of a way. I was like, there has to be a way. So that was my that's a way moment. Let me know with the chat. What do you think, guys? See, oh my God, thank you, both. Hey, see, somebody got one. All right, good enough for me.
ILV has also been, doing really well here. Their token has gone up considerably. They have a very low supply for this token, and as good as the game looks, it's definitely something that I wish I had got on it earlier. Even if you got in here in July, would have been a great time. And then they're staking, and they just took off. And so, it's hard to be in every coin and every token. There's so many opportunities out there, and you never know when something is going to pop off, what's going to really make it go, so seeing some big gains like that, it sometimes it makes me sad. I'm like, dang, I wish I got that. I wish I got that. I wish I got that. But, not having enough liquidity, that's what happens, and I'm not one of those people who constantly takes liquidity from one project to another, to another, to another, to another. because you start losing along the way, and that's one of those things that you guys got to keep in consideration. Is a lot of people tend to do that, right? They tend to jump from project to project using the tokens and the gains, and they don't realize what the opportunity cost is there if they had maybe just kept it in that, because they're losing certain value on exchange fees, or on gas fees. In particular, we're talking about Ethereum, right? You're losing a lot of money on those things, and so unless you're doing really big plays, it may not make the most sense. So it's always trying either to throw new money or stable coins at
I'm so sorry. Is anybody even still in here? Oh my gosh, everybody left. I messed up.
Chain monsters on Flow graphic revamp.
What game's he talking about here?
Dominance as a B.
On top of something like this, with a game that
Sorry, you guys. I know I was gone forever. I'm gonna go